camera strapped to my chest. What's the worst that could... Oh. Yeah, it's a slow start. I need to get warmed up. Unfortunately, due to this video happening over the course of a few hours, it has to run in chronological order. Stick with it, it'll be worth it. For me. Given my natural aversion to being around crowds, or just, well, humans in general, an early morning walk from Holbeck before the town comes to life is something I've wanted to do for a while. Unfortunately, living in Glasgow, geography gets in the way a bit, and on the rare occasion I get to visit family and friends, I've just not had the time. So, regardless of the weather, this was it, my time to shine, and show off my hometown in the only way I can, with photos of questionable quality. You wouldn't think it to look at him, but Marshall loves to swim, just not in the sea. The sea makes a sound so it's obviously perceived to be a huge threat, unbelievable danger, which is fair enough, it's the sea. Except Marshall's threshold for unbelievable danger also includes the sound of a deck of cards being shuffled and a squeaky pig toy back home. Being born in a coastal town, I miss its presence. It's not something I even noticed until I moved away and just felt like something was always not quite right. And that's it, the sea. Sure, there's other things in the world that aren't right, like the price of Lurpak, but the lack of sea air is a different beast entirely. I'm out with the Leica M6. I've paired it up with the Voigtlander Nokton 35mm. It's got a character about it that I like, and is less clinical than the Biogon that I keep on the M11. The Biogon is so unbelievably sharp that I see little point in using it on the film I shoot anyway. I've also got the Voigtlander 15mm super wide, but I hardly used it.
See you both later, I guess. See ya!
Robin and Marshall left to have their own day out, leaving me free to walk at my own pace and throw my cameras around. Thankfully it survived this fall, and the 2 or 3 after that. I'm not normally one to pre-visualise photos, but in the year or so I've been building up to come and do this walk, I'd occasionally imagine the conditions. Sea fret, wet, gloomy atmosphere, but no such luck today. This was the hottest damn day to be walking around in bloody dungarees. I think I'll revisit this walk during the winter sometime. The Harbour and Lighthouse is one of my favourite places in Scarborough. I remember during a photography class in college, the tutor took us all down to the beach. I wandered off with a couple of pals, and the next thing the tutor saw from the pier was our stupid bodies being thrashed out of the harbour and beyond on a speedboat. I didn't pass that course. If you ever get a chance, go sit on the edge of the pier on an evening. With the day fading away and the arcade becoming silent, it's proper magical. Especially if you get a pizza from Pizza Tempo first. Despite the weather not being what I'd hoped for, I really was spoiled. The postcard views across the town were stunning. I reluctantly made my way up and through the town centre, but the main street was way too bleak for me. I'd hoped to do a little street photography while I was in the area, but a combination of how I feel about the place and the entire centre being cast in shade at the time made me abandon the idea completely. So I went back to the beach. I'd always imagined Scarborough as being smaller than it is, but even though I'd managed to cover 8 miles on foot, I've still missed core parts of it. I do love Scarborough, so this is definitely something I'll continue to document on future visits. It's just not something that can be done in one day. Maybe I'll retrace some steps too and do the town some justice.